If you want to be able to do this, then keep on watching.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Simone, certified in-home trainer and virtual trainer, and we're going to learn how to do exercises on your bed. You don't even have to get out of bed to get the benefits of exercise and stretching and just waking up your body in the best way possible. So stay tuned and we're going to get right into it.
So of course, every exercise routine needs a warm-up. This is the easiest version of the supine jumping jacks, or you can call them snow angels. And then to make it more advanced, you can lift up the legs. Just make sure that you're pressing that back into the bed and trying to listen to your body, making sure there's no strain or pull. Again, keeping that back flat. Yeah, as you can see, I'm bringing the knees in to make it a little bit easier. Next, we're moving on to the hand to foot tap. So you can bend the knee and arm if you want to make it easier. This is the easiest version, and then this is the more intermediate. And then coming up, you'll see the most advanced, where you're lifting yourself up and touching the foot. And this really works the core a lot. And of course, make sure you're doing this on both sides, 10 to 15 reps. Next is the clamshell to butterfly. So you're just moving the legs and the hips, keeping the feet glued together as you rotate side to side. This is an easier modified version where you're just opening up the leg and closing it down. Try not to touch it back to the knee. You want to keep that resistance there, and you'll feel it on the outside of the leg. For the strength portion, we're going to do the bridge, lifting up, squeezing the glutes, and returning it back down to the bed. You're going to feel this in the glutes, the hamstrings, and the calves, so all behind the thigh. To make it more advanced, you can straighten the leg and lift up and down. Remember to keep the head down and take our time. We're not rushing through this one at all. And for all these exercises, you can do 1 to 3 sets of 10. The next strength exercise is the side push-up. This is really going to work the triceps, so that flappy part under the arm. That's the easiest. This is getting a little bit more advanced because you have a longer lever length. Bend the knees to make it easier, and this is the easiest by far. And you get both arms at the same time. Next is the quad rise up. So this works the front of the legs, which is the quads. You're going to feel this a lot. And make sure that you're also squeezing the glutes. And notice how I'm leaning back as I was doing it. A more modified version is like this. You get the quads and the glutes at the same time, but more so the glutes. Great exercise to do just lying down and relaxing and getting that booty workout as well as working out the quads. Next is the oblique side crunch. So we're working on the core exercises now. Not everybody likes doing crunches and not everybody recommends them. I have a love-hate relationship with them. So you can do the one I just showed you or one like this. This makes it a little bit easier, but if you still have that strain on the neck, then you might try doing it this way, or you can completely lie down and do it and just lift up the legs instead of lifting up the upper body. Plank is a move you've probably seen already. Very taxing on the whole body as well as the core. This is a modified version, just making sure that the hips are down. If you want to make it a little bit more advanced, you can come up into a high plank. This is harder because you have to lift up more of your body. Again, squeezing the legs, squeezing the core, and then afterwards you can go back into child's pose just to relax the back because it can be straining on that area if your core isn't strong enough. The next is the Pilates toe tap. So just tapping one foot down, then the other, taking your time here. The slower you go, actually the better. To make it more advanced, you can push out the leg a little bit more. Again, making sure that back is nice and flat and taking your time. To make it a little bit easier, keep one foot down, do one set of 10 on one side and then another set of 10 on the other. Focusing on the lower abs, that's where you'll feel it. Next is the lower back stretch. I'm focusing on bringing the knee over to the left elbow, just slightly so I can feel it along the back of the leg into the glute. Holding it here, and then we're going to transition over to a lower back stretch. So we're transitioning over here to get the lower back, and to add to it, you can grab your ankle and pull it, and this is a Bretzel stretch. So we're getting the lower back as well as stretching out the quad, as well as opening up the chest, stretching out the back by trying to look up at the ceiling as you do that. Then slowly coming out of it, hugging the knee back into the chest if you'd like, and then moving on to the other side. After that, hugging the knees into the chest, you can rock side to side, back to forth, go in circles, whatever gives you that feeling of like a massage for the back, a break for the back. Not everybody loves this stretch, so what you can do as well is go into a fetal position and try to hug yourself in nice and close. And if this also doesn't really do much for you, you can roll over and just go into a full body stretch, stretching out your hands above you and straightening out the legs as if you're trying to pull yourself apart. The next one is reaching for the toes. We've built up to this. The body's nice and warm and flexible. So notice how I leaned at the waist first, then I tried to look down at the knees and reach for the toes. And you want to make sure that the knees don't pop up too much. If they pop up a lot, that means you've gone too far, and just bring the hands back and take your time going into it.
So there you have it. We covered strength exercises, core exercises, and flexibility, and as well as a warm-up and cool down. So give this a try. Feel free to do this anytime. Just make sure that you do a good warm-up and you're listening to your body. Feel free to check out my website below as well as the corresponding blog post. And thank you so much for watching. Remember, begin your fitness and health journey today because nothing's in your way.